Hey y'all, it's Stacy. Okay, so I wanted to make a video all about my 5K experience. Today's Friday. I did my very first 5K last Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. So yeah, let me just start from the beginning. Excuse me, I've got indigestion or something going on here. But yeah, okay, so let me just say, if you are not a runner, I am not a runner. 190% not a runner. So this was, you know, a big, step for me, a big leap. But I wanted to do it. You know, I got to my goal weight. I'm healthy. I wanted to do something that was challenging to myself. You know, I wanted to step outside my comfort zone, and, you know, and I did. Well, I did the Rock and Run, which it was $25, and it goes to a charitable cause that goes to counseling young people with anxiety, depression, any kind of disorders like that. And if y'all been watching a long time, y'all know that I've dealt with depression, but specifically social anxiety, for a big part of my life. So that was really dear to my heart and made me want to do it even more, you know. So yeah, first let me just say, I did not train properly. I did not. Okay, I had the Couch to 5K app on my phone. It was great. It's a great app. I followed it for maybe 2 weeks, and that's it. I do go to the gym, and I do walk on the treadmill. I alternate jogging and running. Let me just say, there's a complete difference in running and jogging a 5K on a treadmill and doing it outside. And if you know, this video is basically for people who haven't done it, or you're curious how it goes. This is kind of for y'all, because if you do 5Ks or 10Ks or marathons, half marathons, then you know all about this. So yeah, my mother-in-law and my niece and my husband went with me, and I was really nervous, extremely nervous to do the 5K. I will say I was expecting a lot more people, and I was expecting to be able to, well, I know I could have done whatever I wanted, but I was expecting to jog and walk both. But okay, so I sign in and I get a t-shirt, and I'll actually show you my t-shirt. Hang on, let's see. Sorry y'all, I pushed pause or stop or something. But yeah, okay, so let me show you my little shirt that I got. When I walked up and I registered, I got a t-shirt. Let me just hang it right here. And it says, it's a size medium. It says Rock and Run, benefiting Impact Family Counseling. I hope y'all can see that. I hope I'm holding it at a good angle. I'm awful with this new camera, or new phone, whatever. So yeah, I got that. And then I'm going to show y'all my number. Here's my number. It was 1672. I hope you can see that. I hope it's not upside down. If it is, uh-oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, I start off, and everybody else is just well, okay, I register, I get my number, I get my t-shirt. I put my t-shirt on over the shirt that I already had on, because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. I didn't really know. And pinned on my number, and then we all lined up, and they were like, ready, set, go. And I was like, holy what? So I start jogging, because you know, that's just what you do, and that's what everybody else is doing. So I was like, okay, you know, here we go. Well, first problem I have is I couldn't get my Nike Plus app to sync with, sorry, my jaw's popping, I couldn't get it to work. And so I was like, oh great, now I'm not going to know how far I've run or anything. I eventually got it running, so that was cool. And then I couldn't get my music playing at all, at all. There was no music. So I was like, okay, and y'all know I do have anxiety and stuff, so I started panicking a little bit, okay? I started getting really nervous, really I was going to throw up or something. I was really nervous, and I'm like, oh God, this is already starting out bad. And so I'm running, and I realized, oh my gosh, everybody is still running, and they are running fast. fast. I mean, it was like, almost like, I don't know. And so I remember thinking, okay, there's no way. This is just my thought process. There's no way I'm going to finish this. Because, or if I do, I'm going to be dead last. Which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just as long as you finish, you know. So eventually, I just started walking. And eventually, everybody passed me. I think I was nearly the last one, seriously. And so then I'm like, okay, I just got to start running again. Like, I've got to. So I start jogging again. I come up on this lady. And I'm just like, hey, I'm Stacy. And I was like, do you care if I run with you? And she's like, no. Her name was Wanda, and she was a doll face. And she's actually a runner. Like, she's a runner. She hadn't run in like a year. So she was just, you know, jogging at a slow pace. Okay, I will sit here and say now, if it was not for Miss Wanda, I would not have made it through that 5K. I would have gave up 150%. It was really, I will say, I would never do it again by myself. I would make sure I had a friend or my husband or somebody doing it with me. Because, yeah. Then the sun starts coming out. It is burning hot. I mean, it was crazy. It's totally different than running on a treadmill. It's completely different. Yeah, halfway through, you know, I'm just like, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, I feel like, you know, I'm gonna die. Not literally, but you know what I mean. And Wanda, she is so sweet. She's like, look, there's some drinks up here. Let's get water and pour it on us. And I was like, okay, is that, like, do people do that? And she's like, oh yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. So I get some water and I pour it over my head. And I was like, okay, I feel better now, you know. And so we're walking, and we're walking in a, it's a Homewood. I think it's a city, Homewood City. Yeah. Anyway, a beautiful city here in Birmingham, Alabama. And so me and Wanda are running, and we're just looking at the houses and talking about how gorgeous they are and things like that. I'm just keeping my mind off. And then, of course, I talk a lot, so I'm like talking in her ear all. I'm like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. So, anyways, then it got to the point where I thought I was going to throw up. Because, you know, if you have not trained properly and you're really pushing your body, you can throw up. You know, you can. And so she was like, let's just stop for a minute. And I'm like, no, you know, I'm fine. I want to keep going, you know, because I felt so bad. I did not want to hold her up, you know. And I'm like, no, I'm totally fine. Let's just keep going. And she's like, no, trust me. She's like, I'm just taking it slow and easy. She was like, this is your first one. You know, I want to just kind of be there for you. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, I mean, it's just so amazing, you know. And so I ended up finishing the race. And it was, I think we finished at 39.55 seconds, something like that. So that's 13 minutes a mile. When I crossed the finish line, I don't know what happened to me. It was a combination of finishing the race and being completely overwhelmed throughout the race, being nervous and panicky throughout the race. And everything just got to me, and I started just crying. It was like happy tears. Also, it was anxiety, too. And, yeah, so I had kind of an anxiety attack after I finished the race. I had to go sit down. I was, like, could not catch my breath. It was very embarrassing. I was trying really hard to, like, put my hair over my face so that nobody could see me. Crazy. So, you know, after that, I calmed down and everything. And, yeah, that's how the race went. My mother-in-law actually had me a card at the end, and it was like, said all these sweet things, and it was like, you did it, congratulations. So I did it, I finished it. Would I do it again by myself? No way in heck. Next time, the changes I would make is I would train better. I would not worry about everybody else. If I wanted to walk, I would walk and jog alternating. Next time, I would have an armband. I didn't have one this time. I was holding my phone, so that was a big inconvenience. And next time, I would probably do it in a cooler month, like the fall. And I would hydrate myself a lot more the days before, definitely. yeah, those are changes I would make if I did it again. So that was my experience with it. It might sound bad. You know, I just want to be honest and just share my experience with y'all how it went. So yeah, comment below anything you want to share, and y'all have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Love y'all. Bye.